Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Rachel of Gathered Plans. I have this August mystery subscription kit from Sadie's Stickers. It is super beautiful and the colors are so perfect for like early fall. And yeah, I'm just really excited. I really love this like mustard yellow and orange combination. It looks really good with the blues. And I kind of wish there were more of there was more of the mustard color throughout. In reference to like boxes and stuff, because I'm able to spread that out a little bit more. I found that I was only trying to save up like those mustard colored boxes and like headers and things like that for, at least once a day, so I can spread that color and make a better balance, if that makes any sense. Sorry, super out of it. I am in the process of reorganizing my pantry right now. Last weekend we reorganized our entire garage, and I'm pretty sure last weekend is the weekend I'm talking about. We reorganized our entire garage, and it honestly, you think like you organize it once, you're like, oh, I'm gonna be great forever. But then, as time goes by, you get lazy, you kind of just start throwing stuff everywhere. It gets dirty, there's like bugs, there's spider webs, like it's a whole thing, especially after summertime. So I needed to do like a refresh. We needed to do a refresh. And let's just say, that like nasty feeling of like cleaning the garage and doing lawn work or gardening or whatever, like all day, you're like sitting in your sweat for hours. You just been cleaning. Oh, there's my head. Okay. You know what I'm talking about. I know like it's gross, but it's the reality. And I wasn't a fan. But anyways, I want to just start by saying I struggled with the florals in this kit because they were all like just the same, or they were all bouquets. There weren't like individual leafy pieces or things like that. So I was really just trying to cut them up so they could work and I could get the like little wispy pieces, I guess. I don't know if I'm saying the right thing, but I tried to make this look a little bit different, but as you can see there, they're all very like similar looking in a way. So I tried to make it my own so it can I don't know, look good, I guess. And I just was challenged by using those florals, but I tried my best to use other layering elements other than florals to give a good balance. And in the day cover section, I used a pumpkin day cover strip from the Gathered Layers and Panda Bird Design collab. So that's so beautiful. I love the pumpkins. I think it was perfect. Naturally there's a lot of pumpkins in this kit and it was pretty appropriate. I also really loved the foiled add-on. There were a ton of garland accents, just leaf accents and dividers and, droops or dangles, whatever you want to call them. They're just really, really pretty. But here I'm just, decorating my day cover section. Again, I am still trying to learn my new camera angle. My whole head is in the way all the time, and you can see my glasses. Like it's quite bad. Like I'm so like up close and personal to my planner, and forgive me if that bothers you. You'll start seeing a lot of my frizzy hair, and usually my hair is up in a bun or a ponytail while I'm planning because I just don't like it in the way. But anyways, yeah, really love playing around with it, and I think after I decorated and used some more dividers from Sadie Stickers and some accents, I think it turned out really pretty, and the florals are kind of more of an accent and in the background. I also pulled in that dot divider from Sadie Stickers that matches the bottom washi section. I think that turned out really cute. It was just nice, so it kind of was balanced throughout. Yeah, that's pretty much it. In the sidebar, I used an October script from Crafts by Towie. I love her month scripts. They are so beautiful. Love the transparent matte paper she uses as well. And I played around with the sidebar section. I struggled. Let me just tell you guys, I contemplated my whole planning journey in this very moment of doing the sidebar. It was definitely It was definitely a challenge. And it was because I had an extra full box and I tried to be super creative with it by using like a torn paper. Like I guess the whole motif for this week and planning was torn paper. I tried to emulate that same concept throughout, and as you can see here, I'm like cutting up the full box, the extra full box, and I think I did a pretty good job with the cut lines. It looks pretty like natural, I guess, in quotations. There's my big old head. But here I'm saving it by just using the tracker for the sidebar. I don't really use them anymore, but in this case, I didn't have anything else to use. I didn't have any more deco pieces. Like, it was just a whole thing. So I was just trying to work with what I had, and that's something I'm trying to do more of, is definitely take advantage of my collection and what the kit comes with, and not, you know, feel like I need to buy a ton more. Or like sometimes I'll see a journaling sheet and I'm like, okay, I love like 2 elements, but I'm not going to buy the whole thing because I feel like everything else goes to waste. So, you know, and the flip side of that is when I don't have that, then I'm like, okay, now I don't have like 2 extra things I could have used to make my sidebar a more seamless process and make it look the way I wanted to. But it's kind of like a, you know, it's a tough situation. Like, do I want to have a bunch of extras and leftovers and be wasteful, or do I and spend more money, right? Or do I just want to work with what I have and save money and just be creative? So I chose the latter this time, and I really enjoyed it. I think it was definitely challenging, but to be quite fair, I haven't planned in like a week or so, and it's kind of like jumping right back into it. I feel like anytime you take several days off of planning, it's a whole process getting back into the groove of things. I am so sorry, and I'm going to keep saying I'm sorry, but my head keeps getting in the way. I need to fix my camera. I don't know. I might just put it back the way it used to be. I just like that I don't have to like lean up against my and like hover over my desk to see the top part, especially when I'm working on the bottom half of the page. And that's why I was like, let me just move the camera forward some more, and then here we are. My whole head's in the thing all the time. But anyways, I still love how the sidebar turned out. I think it turned out really beautiful. And like I said, the torn paper is going to be like the theme of this week. I tried to use different elements throughout the week, like in the kit. Like you'll see later, I think it was on Sunday, but I used my X-Acto knife and I kind of made like again, in quotations, a natural tear look with my X-Acto knife using, or cutting the headers. So I had the pattern, but it gave it, you know, just like a wash of color in the background. That's also another way to do it if you don't have like those alcohol ink blobs or whatever they're called. I'm so sorry, I don't know what they're called, but they're I know that Rose Colored Days sells them. Tay uses them all the time in her day cover section. They're gorgeous. And there are other shops that offer different like swatches on transparent matte paper as well as white paper. So it's just really nice to have like a swatch of color if you want to add something that's not super blocky. And you'll see here, I sat here and contemplated for a long time if I liked this. I didn't like the harsh bottom, but here I was basically recycling and using all of the small pieces that I cut up from the full box and all the other leftovers I had. And I'll switch this up shortly, but what I ended up doing, I just kept staring at it. I was like, something is just off. Like, something's just not right, or it feels too boxy in that section there. Like the bottom is just completely straight, and then, you know, you have the torn look just above it, and I just didn't like it. So what I end up doing is actually creating another cut or torn look. I don't know how to describe it. I basically use my X-Acto knife and I make another torn look at the bottom of that paper, right where I marked watching TV. Here we go. So here you can see me just kind of like outlining how I'm going to cut it, and I basically just moved my X-Acto knife, you know, back and forth so I can get this kind of like natural torn look. And I think that just looks so much better on the eyes. It's not as harsh, it's not as rigid, and it just looks more effortless, I guess, even though it took more effort to make it. But anyways, let me get my planner out so I can. So on Monday, I marked Indigenous Peoples Day, and then I also marked doing Jace's nails. Usually Greg holds him down and I have my Dremel and I, you know, Dremel his nails down. That's the only way I can get his nails done. He hates clippers. He hates the snapping sound, and I don't blame him. It's a very shocking sound and it's scary. But we have taken him once or twice to get his nails done somewhere, and they will always come back. The vet techs will always come back and say, I'm so sorry, we can't do his nails. He moves too much, or he gets too scared. And like with me, he gets scared, but like with us, he's scared. But I think there's that comfort because, you know, we're his parents. But yeah, anyways, I don't know why I went on that tangent. But yeah, I don't have the luxury of ever just taking my dog to get like a spa day because he will not enjoy it and it will not be good for anybody. So yeah. So I just used a house icon. By the way, all of my icons are from Crafts by Towie. I don't think, did I use any other ones from other shops? I think I only used 2 from White Chair Stationery because they were very specific things that I didn't have a Crafts by Towie icon for. But I tried to just stick with foiled icons in this kit, and I think that's why I really love how it turned out. It's super cohesive. It's got a ton of foil. It's very fall, and like, I don't know, but when it comes to fall stuff, anytime there's like a lot of, you know, elements and leaves and stuff dispersed throughout the spread, it just looks like there are leaves falling everywhere, and I absolutely love that look. I think it's so appropriate for fall spreads, and I love it. I'm obsessed with it. But I did a mix of like falling leaves and then of course some pumpkin clusters from Sadie Stickers, so I could have the, you know, variation, especially because there are pumpkins in this kit. So anywho, let's see, what else did I do? So I watched House of Dragon and She-Hulk. So bummed. So I know there's only one more episode left for House of Dragon, I believe. That comes out tonight, so I'm really excited. She-Hulk, watched the finale, and I think they're going to have a second season. Not really sure. I'm not gonna lie, I liked the first couple episodes, and then it started getting kind of weird in the beginning and slow and dragged out, and then like dragged out but rushed. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, the episodes were like dragging out to the villain and what the whole purpose of those things happening was. I don't know how to speak English all of a sudden, but basically it was dragging out, but it also went by so fast because the episodes are short, and so I was very confused. Like, clearly I can't even speak about it without confusing myself. But let me know how you felt about She-Hulk if you watched it. Okay, so uploaded a plan with me, talked to Tay on Tuesday, took Jace on a walk. I'm pretty sure I took him on a walk every single day. I might just not mark it. Sometimes if I have other things to mark, I will, but I really do love marking and walking Jace just because he's like the love of my life, you know? Had 4 meetings, filmed a plan with me. I love that planner stack from Crafts by Towie. I will say it is just larger in size compared to her other icons, so I try not to pull them in too much because they are quite large, and in scale to the other icons, I mean. And then I had a YouTube binge. Usually I just like watch a bunch. So my YouTube, my personal YouTube channel, like my shorts and like history of videos I watch literally consists of feel-good stuff, anything with a dog, which, you know, feel-good stuff, nail stuff, and maybe like 3 or 4 vloggers that I consistently watch. One of them is, well, 2 of them are fitness, or I don't know if they're really considered fitness people, but they're like realistic looking people, like vloggers that don't just feed you a bunch of BS, in my opinion. They're very real. So anyways, yeah, I don't watch a ton of vloggers. I just can't. I can't keep up with it all. That's why when they reference other people, I'm like, who? What? I have to like Google them. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You're Instagram famous. Got it. Got it. Cool. Anyways, sorry. That was so random. Okay, so, comment below. What do you enjoy watching on YouTube? Oh, another thing I enjoy watching is street food. I love watching street food from a bunch of other countries, mostly like Asian countries, because they do have a lot of street food vendors and options and things like that. And it's very reminiscent of like a nostalgic of visiting and going back home to the Philippines. So seeing that makes me feel a little bit like at home, and it's also just satisfying. And if I'm super hungry but I feel like I already ate too much, or I don't have food, or I'm too lazy to get food, whatever the reason is, I feel like it's a really good idea to watch Food Network or street food or any food video. It's great. Okay, had therapy, helped my little sister with homework, took Jace on a walk. You guys ever write in cursive and like you feel like the letters are kind of jumbled together and they don't even make sense anymore, but you just keep going with it? That's me. My hands up. I do that 100,000%. You can see my glasses. Okay, squirrel. Took Jace on a walk on Wednesday, listened to a podcast called Criminal, talked to one of my friends, edited a plan with me. Do you struggle saying that word too? Edited a plan with me. Sit and chat with my family outside. So this is actually, you probably can't see it now yet. You can't see it now. But on the bottom of Wednesday, I used a like beach sticker with like an umbrella and a drink. It's like a drink on a table. It looks like it could be like you sitting out in your backyard or on vacation or at the beach, whatever it is. But I cut the little beach ball out because I wasn't using it for the summer, you know, because this is fall and I am not going to the beach right now. It is way too cold. But it was just perfect because it looks like a setup at home too, where you have a lounge chair, an umbrella, and like a table holding your drink. And that's basically what we did. We just sat outside and we chatted. It was really nice to just hang out after work and after my little sister got out of school, and we just hung out. Did cardio on the elliptical. And then on Thursday, I took Jace on 2 walks. I've been really good about taking him on 2 walks. Like, fall is my time. Like, anytime fall hits, and sometimes winter too, especially since I, predominantly work from home, as soon as I get up and before my day starts or before work starts, I take Jace on a walk, and then I try to take him on another walk in the afternoon, like during my lunch break and or after work, whichever one I feel like doing or whatever my schedule entails, and if it's raining, things like that. There's a bunch of factors, but it's been really nice going on several walks a day. It's a great way to just move, because being stuck like at home, like I live here, I sleep here, I eat here, I work out here, I work here, I do YouTube and all that stuff here. Like, it's just, I'm a homebody for real, like I truly am, but I do, it is nice to go outside and get fresh air and move around because it's challenging. And I'm sure that's been a big challenge of people when COVID hit, was just being stagnant and like staying indoors and not moving and exercising. So walking is so good for you. If you can do it, I know not everybody is able and capable of doing it. But if you are able, like, such a true blessing to be able to go on a walk. Such a small, simple habit that is so good for you. So baby steps, Anyways, welcome to Rachel's TED Talk today. Alright, so what else did I do? Thursday, I uploaded a plan with me and a haul. I was obviously killing it, and then I took a hiatus for like a week and a half, I guess. I read with my sister, and then had 3 meetings this day, and then did cardio on the elliptical. So here you can see I'm using more of that torn paper, whether it came from the actual torn paper that came with the kit and the journaling add-on, or I'll cut up my own torn paper from using like a header or a full box, whichever. I'm trying to use it just to add add a pop of color, but not put a full box or like put a box in there and make it look boxy. So I really like that. It's a really nice balance. So highly recommend that one if you don't have enough boxes to plan with, and or you want to make your boxes stretch, cutting them up, making them like torn paper vibes. It's all good. Okay, so Friday, drove to the office. These are custom Jeep stickers from Alicia from Sadie Stickers. Thank you again, Alicia, for making those for me. I'm obsessed with them. They are so adorable. I now have a full collection of Jeep stickers. Like, I have the side angles of like my actual Jeep that Jess of Panda Bird Design was so sweet to custom design for me. And then Alicia made me like front and back views of a Jeep, and they're just so cute. Okay, picked up my laptop from work. I'm pretty sure I was getting, I don't even remember what happened. Why I was getting another laptop. Do I know? I have no idea. Okay, whatever. There's certain accesses I need to have, so I had to go get another laptop for that. And then what else did I do? Oh, afterwards, Greg and I went and grabbed ramen and sushi at our favorite ramen spot. It's really great. It's probably the best ramen spot around where I live, and their sushi is okay. I wouldn't say it's like the best sushi, right? But their ramen is so on point. Also took a nap, and here you can see that the bow, there was actually like an outline of a bow, which a lot of Crafts by Towie icons have like a bow on it, but the bow was not foiled. So I just cut out the excess white paper, and I do like when icons don't have bows. I like both, but I've been enjoying more without. Okay, so while I was doing this voiceover, the video is obviously playing and all of the transitions are happening, and there was a weird transition that I did not think I selected, because I normally choose the cross dissolve on iMovie, which is the standard one, and I just had to stop to fix that because I was like, what just happened? I thought I was like seeing things. Anyways, so took a nap and then did a YouTube binge. Usually that's just like the best thing at the end of the day when you just want to chill and relax. It's all good. It's something I'm trying to be better about, is not beating myself up for taking time to relax and really just do nothing and entertain myself, whether it be watching TV, reading a book, going on YouTube, or things like that. That's something I'm trying to be better about. I don't really use, I don't know if you consider YouTube social media. Do you consider YouTube social media? Let me know. I feel like there are some aspects of YouTube that are like social media-esque. It's not like I don't think it's like Instagram or Facebook or I don't know. Do you still use MySpace? Questionable. Just kidding. Or Twitter or things like that. So I, even though I have like a, my Gathered Plans Instagram, I don't have a personal one. So I don't have social media outside of this platform. And I did that for like a mental health thing for myself. And it's been the best decision, honestly and truly, that I could have ever done for myself. I just want to have so much time for other things. Two, it's just healthier for my mindset. And I'll just leave it at that. And three, I just feel like I don't even know if there's a three, just overall, like there's not a need to constantly check something and be distracted. And it's great. So I don't know if those all kind of like interconnect, but yeah. What was I saying? I was going off on a tangent here. Yeah, clearly I was. But anyways, so on Saturday, I put makeup on and we drove really early to go to, what am I saying? We went on a road trip to visit one of our close friends. So we're good friends with this couple and they recently had a baby and it was nice to see them. I was actually at their baby shower, I think it was in February, and then she gave birth like mid-March or so, earlier mid-March, I can't recall. And then, we haven't seen them since. So it was really nice to be able to catch up with them and see them and see their baby. He is so adorable. And see their new home. So there's been a lot of great like life changes and life events since we last saw them. So it was just really nice to catch up again. And also here's another thing. My planner is more to the right, again, because of my new camera angle. So I will try to fix that. But what I'm obsessed with is this back view of the Jeep because I wanted to use this to mark driving home. And I felt like this was so appropriate because it's like the back of the Jeep, like you're leaving. And then I put a little pumpkin on. Wow, Rachel, that's your big old head. I put a pumpkin where the cover is for the wheel or the tire. Sorry. Gosh, I can't talk. What is wrong with me? Anyway, so we got to hang out with them and I was able to use this stroller from White Chair Stationery. I actually got it to mark baby things like that because some of my friends are having babies now. And then we grabbed pizza and then I just used a like plaid and pumpkins layered sticker from Gathered Layers and Panda Bird Design. I really love that. I think if you are an OG and you've seen me over on Instagram, I talked about it on YouTube. I talked about layering a bunch of I had this vision of just layering a bunch of line and dotted dividers on top of each other, kind of making like a plaid grid design and using that in lieu of an icon or a floral and or layering it with florals too. It's really pretty to do that as well. But it's kind of like a take on a corner sticker without it being like a corner sticker, if that makes any sense. But anyways, so I love how that turned out. It's very perfect for fall because of the plaid look. Just looks really good. Okay, what was I saying? Oh my gosh, I can't even talk today, you guys. This is a hot mess. Voiceover, I am so sorry if you're like cringing, because trust me, I'm right there with you. Listen, sis, I'm cringing too. But you know what? If you can't laugh at yourself, then, come on, you gotta laugh at yourself. All right, so on Sunday, this was such a great day. I met one of my best friends and we've been doing something different where, because whenever you want to go out, you want to like grab breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, or drinks or whatever it is, but we've just been trying to be more health conscious and we just went to the city park with coffee in hand. We were thinking about like getting coffee before or after, but we were like, let's just meet with coffee in hand already and then just go on a walk in. It was a big city park. So we walked like 5 miles and conveniently during our walk, they were having like a Cars for Kid event or show. There were like trophies and everything, but there were a bunch of cool looking cars. Oh, real quick. Here's what I did to make that like torn paper look with a header. And I wanted the color blue in this corner and also more of that background. So that's what I did to give it that look. But you see what it does there? It just adds a little something without doing too much. Okay, back to my story. Intermission, sorry. But anyway, so they were having a Cars for Kids event and they had a ton of sweet cars, like beautiful like show cars to like cool like fun like Jeeps that are like fully decked out. Like it was really fun and cool. But anyways, I had called Greg and I was like, hey, come out here because He loves stuff like that. Like, he's been wanting to go to a cars and coffee thing with me forever, but we always miss him. Greg is super into cars, like James Bond, classy cars, like that's his thing. So anyways, we did that. My sister and I went to Kava afterwards. We cleaned the entire garage, and I got like 12,000 plus steps in that day. I just remembered it being like enormously high for just like an average day for me. So anyways, that is everything. Thanks so much, and I hope that you enjoyed this hot mess kind of plan with me. All right, talk to you later. Bye.